Elon Musk's X is suing Media Matters for defamation over an investigative report. The article claimed that Nazi content posted on X appeared alongside ads from major companies. It comes, of course, just a few days after Musk responded to a post that promoted an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory with the words, "You have said the actual truth." Well, since then, several big-time advertisers have fled the social media giant in response. So let's discuss that and more in Silicon Valley. Teddy Schleifer is here, founding partner and reporter at Puck News. He writes about the Valley and the impact it is having on the world. Can we start with this lawsuit? Because I happen to think it's a whole lot of nonsense and noise. Elon Musk is trying to move the conversation away from him promoting anti-Semitic words, conspiracy theories, and all the advertisers who are walking out the doors. He's just trying to create a distraction and a new narrative so we forget what he did a week ago.
I have no doubt that Elon feels very perturbed by the successful coordinated campaign against him. I have no doubt that he feels this article was unfair. Like, I do think we should not pretend.
Coordinated campaign.
Well, we should not pretend that Media Matters is the New York Times here. I mean, they're an advocacy group that has an agenda that are trying to, make sure that Elon Musk's company is not successful.
Sure.
I'm sure they disagree. I'm sure Elon feels that's, his ability to run a profitable ad business is impinged upon. But of course, Media Matters has the right to write an article. Advertisers have the right to flee. Elon Musk has the right to be upset. He has the right to sue. And, is it all a distraction? Sure. I don't doubt that he actually feels that way.
Sure. All right. Well, let's talk about what he did last week, because the White House condemned his comments last week. But here's the thing. Our government is reliant on him.
Yeah.
How dangerous is that?
Look, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a man who, through his ownership of X, formerly known as Twitter, through his ownership of SpaceX, Tesla's a publicly traded company. This is the most powerful guy in the world by far. It's not even a stretch. Most powerful business leader in the world by far, I should clarify. But sometimes you wonder if that misspeak there is actually a misspeak, because the amount
let's
of
be
influence
clear.
he has is
You're
insane.
talking about, in theory, a political leader is the most powerful person in the world. And how does a political leader get elected? Dollars, big fat dollars. So the puppeteers behind those political leaders might actually be the most powerful.
Well, that's why I thought that the statement that the White House put out, kind of condemning the anti-Semitic statements by a private citizen, I imagine that was not a decision made lightly, right? For them to come out and say that these comments are anti-Semitic. Obviously, the world's in high alert about anti-Semitic tweets. But we now have, Joe Biden responding to Elon Musk's replies, which is just a new evidence, if we never need any more, that this guy is certainly like the driver of American culture and driver of business culture in a way that makes you wonder who elected this guy.